The Galactic Council's verdict had been unanimous. Humanity was too dangerous, too unpredictable, too human to be allowed beyond their solar system. Commander Sarah Chen stood before the massive holographic display in the Mars Observatory, watching. The last of the alien blockade ships positioned themselves around Sol's heliopause. 17 different species had voted to contain Earth's children within their cosmic cradle, sealing them away like a virus in quarantine. "They really think walls can hold us in?" muttered Dr. Viktor Petrov, adjusting his thick glasses as he studied the quantum field readings streaming across his workstation. The Russian physicist had been working on theoretical exotic matter applications for the better part of a decade, but the blockade had given his research new urgency. Chen turned to face the assembled team of humanity's brightest minds. They called themselves the Breakout Project, scientists, engineers, and dreamers who refused to accept galactic house arrest. "Status report, people. How long until the hegemony realizes what we're doing?" "The quantum signature masking is holding," reported Lieutenant Yuki Tanaka from her position at the sensor array. "To their scanners, we're just conducting routine stellar cartography. They have no idea we're mapping space-time curvature." "And the exotic matter production?" Chen asked. "Doctor." Amara Okafor looked up from her containment field readouts, dark eyes gleaming with excitement. "We've successfully stabilized 37 grams of negative energy matter. Not much, but according to Victor's calculations, it should be enough for a micro wormhole." "Micro?" Chen raised an eyebrow. "To start," Victor grinned, his Russian accent thick with anticipation. "In physics, we have saying, think big, start small, scale explosively. The aliens, they use their fancy hyperdrive lanes that take centuries to establish. Very orderly, very regulated. But humans?" He gestured wildly at his equations floating in holographic space. "We don't ask for roads. We tear holes in reality itself." 3 months later, the hegemony patrol ships detected the first anomaly. Captain Zexhai of the Alterian Enforcement Fleet studied the spatial distortion readings with growing alarm. The energy signatures were unlike anything in their databases, chaotic, violent, utterly alien in their disregard for established physics. "Send word to the Council," Zexhai commanded, his 4 arms working frantically at the controls. "The humans are attempting something unprecedented." But it was already too late. Deep in the asteroid belt, humanity's first artificial wormhole tore open space-time like a wound. Victor watched the readings with the pride of a parent seeing their child take first steps. The wormhole was barely 3 meters wide and stable for only 17 seconds, but those 17 seconds changed everything. "Probe telemetry is coming through," Tanaka announced, her voice tight with excitement. "Clean transit to Wolf 359, 8.7 light-years in less than 20 seconds. Chen allowed herself a small smile. Phase 2. The second wormhole lasted 43 seconds and reached Proxima Centauri. The third, 8 minutes, punching through to Vega. Each success taught them more about exotic matter manipulation, about folding space like origami in the hands of a master craftsman. The Galactic Council convened an emergency session as reports flooded in from across the galaxy. Humans had bypassed their blockade not through force or negotiation, but by rewriting the rules entirely. "Impossible," declared High Counselor Vexthul, his tentacles writhing in agitation. "Stable wormhole generation requires infrastructure. We took millennia to develop. They're barely out of their atomic age. Yet here we are," replied Counselor Sherim, her crystalline form reflecting the holographic displays showing human exploration vessels emerging from tiers in space across 17 star systems. They've turned our containment into a launching pad. Back on Mars, Victor was explaining the principles to an increasingly excited Dr. Okafor. You see, the other species, they think like architects, careful, planned, building on foundations. But humans, we think like... He paused, searching for the right word. Vandals? Okafor suggested with a grin. Artists, Victor corrected enthusiastically. We see space-time not as rigid structure, but as canvas to reshape. They build roads. We paint doors. The breakthrough came when Chen suggested weaponizing their greatest weakness, human unpredictability. Instead of trying to create perfectly stable wormholes like the aliens expected, they embraced chaos. Random fluctuations in exotic matter density created wormholes that appeared and vanished in patterns no alien computer could predict. It's beautiful, whispered Chen as she watched the tactical display. Hundreds of micro-wormholes flickered in and out of existence around the blockade fleet, each one lasting just long enough for a human ship to slip through before the aliens could react. The final insult came when Earth's newest ambassador, delivered via emergency wormhole directly into the council chambers, stood before the assembled representatives of galactic civilization. Honorable counselors, Ambassador Jessica Liu began, her voice carrying the quiet confidence that had made humans so terrifying to predict. We received your message about containment. We've decided to respectfully decline. Behind her, the holographic display showed the expanding web of human exploration, each new wormhole a thread in a tapestry of controlled chaos that no amount of alien order could contain. You tried to lock us in a box, she continued. But you forgot something important about humanity. We don't just think outside the box. We build our own doors and invite ourselves to the party. High Counselor Vex Thul's tentacles drooped in defeat. What do you want? Liu smiled with the warmth of solar radiation and the inevitability of entropy. To talk, to trade, to explore, to be the chaotic variable your perfectly ordered galaxy didn't know it was missing. In the end, the Galactic Council didn't lift humanity's restrictions. Instead, they rewrote them entirely, creating the first controlled chaos protocols in galactic history. After all, when someone could tear holes in reality itself just to prove a point, traditional diplomacy required some adjustment.